Hello, come and join me in my cosy little corner, or perhaps just find a cosy little corner of your own whilst I let you know how my messages come through. So they come through as a series of words, phrases, sometimes little scenarios played out in my head, and then what I do is I expand on it and clarify using tarot. Okay, so now that you're settled, just take a moment to really lean into your own intuition so that you can get a feel for which of these messages are right for you today. And don't worry if none of them are. Just have a look through my other titles and see if anything else stands out to you today. Get my words out. Okay, so the message that came through today came through as both a visual and a message spoken as well. So it was almost like, I'll tell you what, I've got a little prop actually. It was almost like a little glass dome. This is Edinburgh. But it was like a glass dome with a person inside it. I'm feeling that this person is you, okay? And this person is just busy, constantly doing, constantly on the go, doing loads of different things, spinning loads of plates, keeping everything going, keeping everything moving, just go, go, go. And it's like there's somebody on the outside of this dome looking in, going, that looks like bloody hard work. And I just get the feeling that all of that doing and spinning plates and keeping everything moving and going has become so normal for you that you're not actually seeing how hard it is and how much effort you're putting into everything all the time. And it's almost like you're just really not giving yourself credit for it. Okay, so when I've drawn the cards for this, I've drawn the Seven of Wands. Is that focus? There we go. The Page of Swords. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse, which is really interesting. Okay, so we'll start with this one. I mean, straight away with this one, as soon as I saw it, it's like you're just constantly fighting. And it's not necessarily you've got constant conflict. It's just that there are so many demands on you at any one time. And if you can see here, or rather you can't see here where these demands are coming from. And like I said before, it's almost that they've become so normal to you that it's just, you're so used to just dealing with things as they come up. But it's just moving straight from one to the next, and it's like you're never giving yourself a proper break. It's like, right, what needs doing now? What's this next thing that needs doing? What's this thing that I've got to deal with right now? What's this conversation that needs having? Who's this that I need to care for right now? You know, and it's just constant, just constantly having to, I want to say fight, but it isn't fighting. It's just constantly doing. Okay. And then when the Page of Swords came out, this is like a moment of clarity. And it might be that the moment of clarity is actually coming now when you listen to this video and you realise, shit, yeah, that's me. Okay. This might be that external person looking into the glass dome that you're in, seeing how much that you're doing. Let's make it snow. There we go. Seeing how much chaos is always going on in there, you know, and saying to you. So it might be that someone external has said to you, gosh, you do a lot. You do a lot all the time. You are constantly on the go. Do you ever get a break? Or it might actually have come from internally. You might have had some clarity around the fact that you are constantly doing this because something's happened, perhaps something like burnout, illness, something that's forced you to just stop and see things for how they are. And then when I've drawn the Two of Pentacles in reverse, if he'd have come out upright, I'd say to you, yeah, this is just about managing things more efficiently, or, you know, just seeing what needs more time in there, what's more of a priority, where can you sort of like put more effort into one thing and take more effort out of another. But for him to come out in reverse, I get the feeling that something needs to be dropped. The load needs to be shared. You need to ask for help somewhere. Because if you keep doing what you're doing and never stopping, you're not going to be able to keep this balancing act going. You're not going to be able to keep all of these plates spinning and things are going to come crashing down. Okay, so I think this is just an invitation to have a look at what you've actually got going on at the moment, what is absolutely essential and needs to be done, housework, chores, boring shit, and what can actually be dropped. You know, what is it that you're putting so much internal pressure to be doing something in a certain way that actually you don't need to be doing in a certain way? Could it be that that can just be dropped for now and picked up at a later point? I know for us here in the UK, it's the summer holidays right now, and I'll be damned if I'm working as hard as I do during term time and looking after my boys 24/7. It just doesn't happen. You know, that's when I'm going to end up in this. So just on a side note, that is why you won't see as many tarot readings over the summer. Okay, just so you know. I'll be back on it in September when they're back in school. So yeah, it's just looking at what could actually just be put down right now. Which of these things doesn't actually need your attention right now? And if everything does, then it might be worth just seeing who's available to help you out with things, what can be done in a different way. Could it be that something could just be parked for a little while and picked up at another point? You know, everyone's circumstances are different, so this really will depend on, you know, how things are playing out in your life at the moment. It's going to be different for everyone. But I think quite a nice message today, just to really take stock of how much you're doing all the time, but give yourself a rest. I think maybe that's what this balancing act might be about. It's like, are you actually resting in and amongst all of this other stuff? Because that might be the thing that needs a little bit more, you know, inputting more into your life, a little bit more rest. So anyhow, I'd love to know how this is resonating with you. So drop a comment below. I love to read how things are sort of taking shape in your lives. And as always, thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again next time.